Quantum Bullshit by Ferrie. I don't get monetized time of recording, so I don't give a fuck. But quantum bullshit is so fucking funny. I mean, a little story, real quick. I was walking through Barnes and Nobles, and I was telling myself, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just walking through the store. And I'm walking through the store, and as I'm walking, I knock this book off the shelf, and I bend over to pick it up and put it back, and I pick up Quantum Bullshit. And I read the cover, and I'm like, yeah, I would love this book. Because this is a book written by Ferrie. He is a quantum physicist. So he knows quite a bit about quantum stuff. So the book, by the title, Quantum Bullshit, is about when people use the word quantum for stupid bullshit. He defines quantum and bullshit very, very cleanly. And I think it's funny. I laugh to myself quite a bit while reading this book, okay? You see, comedy is subjective, and this might be the nerdiest fucking thing that I've ever suggested. But quantum bullshit is pretty fucking funny. The story, the whole book starts off telling you about the first quantum thing that I feel like made Ferrie want to write the book in the first place. He starts talking about quantum gems, quantum rocks, and the actual science behind quantum energy and the quantum physics that comes along with all of that. And the book really breaks down the bullshit of pretty much whenever people use the word quantum. And I especially like it as an MCU former fan because it does get into the MCU. The story goes everywhere. It starts here, it goes here, and it really brings you on a ride of what quantum physics really is and how to actually handle talking about it. The book very early on talks about quantum leap as one of the very first abusers of the word quantum, because the show Quantum Leap and the concept of a quantum leap are so separate that you could really see the comedy and what's funny about it, especially from the perspective of somebody that actually has to work in quantum physics and actually has to form a literal real opinion on quantum principles and stuff. The conflict is entirely between Ferrie and anybody who just uses the word quantum as if it'll make them another $1,000. The character that Ferrie presents in the book is so resilient and knowledgeable about the subject that you can't help but feel that charisma coming off. And yeah, I know my shit, and I know your bullshit. It's pretty fucking funny, and it's all through his perspective. You could tell that he was having fun with this book the whole way through. I feel like it was fun to write this book, especially as an offside from, actually being a quantum physicist, which after reading, I could tell this could be a pretty fucking boring job. I wouldn't want to do it. But God bless Ferrie for doing it, because I really like this book. The writing was great. I just don't really have a lot of bad notes. I can't say there was a time where I was really bored reading it. And it's a really short book too. This book is really good because it takes a dumb guy like me, not dumb as in the term stupid, dumb in more of a literal sense. Like, I am dumb as in I do not have the language or the wherewithal to comprehend the language of quantum physics or arithmetic in this form. But the book is obviously written by somebody that is a master of this kind of arithmetic study, who is able to speak to a dumb guy like me and just dumb it down. The book made me feel a little smarter in terms of quantum mechanics, quantum principles, and the word quantum. It makes me feel like the next time I hear the word quantum, I'm gonna actually I actually have a little bit of comprehension of what you're talking about, so I can actually make a distinction on what you're trying to get across to me, what you're trying to say. I wouldn't say that it made me a quantum physicist in any regard, but it did give me an idea on what quantum physics really is, a little bit more of an idea of what nuclear physics and nuclear energy really is. There's a lot that goes into this book. The theme as it came across to me was don't bullshit people. And especially don't bullshit people with smart, big words as if just using the word makes you smarter. And I like that. I really, really like the message of that, because if I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to tell you something straight up. And if I don't know it, then I don't know it. Quantum bullshit, I'd say, out of my rating system, it's a pretty good book. It's a pretty good book. I like this book. I really like this book, you know? But, I read this book and I had a blast. It was funny, for me at least. I don't know how you would feel, but, if you want to know how quantum bullshit is, then maybe you should read it yourself.